Hello, Sarah. Bear with me.
Hello.
Well, I can't see you, but at least I can hear you. I'm gonna get it up on my computer so I can actually see things.
Sounds good. I am pulling it up on my computer also. Since I don't have notes, I should be able to watch it on the computer. You know,
Um,
theoretically, right?
Theoretically.
And just resetting my phone stand since the view is obviously different when we're by ourselves versus. There we go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, I think.
I have to get it up on my computer if I want to be able to see comments. Because I have my phone flipped around.
I have my phone like higher than I might have to stand up, like vault into the air really quickly to see it. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for joining us. As you know, this is just a random chit chat live, so you might hear some cool things about tarot. You might hear some cool witchy things. You'll probably hear a bunch of random. If you hear any loud creakage, that's my really annoying.
Alright, it looks like I am officially hyper zoomed.
Ooh, I'm looking at it on the computer, and it looks so much different than it looks on my phone.
It looks way different on the computer than it did on my phone.
That is bizarre. Why does the screen look like that? Okay, Facebook's playing games today.
I can't change it either. I don't understand how. Without, because I don't have it. I don't think this thing goes any higher. I mean, I can see. Hold on.
Well, I don't think anybody's here, so it's all right.
Let's see what I can come up with.
Yeah,
So,
I'm really glad I pulled it up on my computer. It looks like nothing like it does on my phone.
playing the guessing game.
Yeah, that's what I did. Is I just moved mine around a bunch, and now I'm just sitting here waiting for the live to catch up to see what I can see now.
Get
All
this
right.
cut and I'm doing. All right, work it. Oh, nope, you went a little too awkward. Ooh, and the lag sucks.
Yeah, the lag is horrific. Okay.
Nope, a little too far. Okay.
Kind of glad nobody's here yet. They're just like flying around.
Because I'm just nonchalantly doing things with my camera.
It's like it doesn't look anything like it does on the phone.
On my phone, I'm hyper zoomed out.
Yeah, that's what I'm like on my phone. I can pretty much see like my whole altar top, which is really weird. It's never been this bad before. I'm gonna be real.
I don't get it.
This
I
is
mean, I
weird.
guess that's about as nice as I'm gonna get it. That's depressing.
This is yeah. I'm like
You don't
I'm
even
like
let me see the whole. Okay, but you know what? I'll move my computer so I can see my computer in the process of me doing it. All right, let's see if I can make a difference.
oh my gosh, I made a difference. I'm so happy. And now I'm just gonna wiggle some stuff around. I'm stoked. I finally got this shit to not look so weird. All right, this is looking better now. Still looks bad, but it looks bad. It looks better than it is.
I feel that. Feel that. All right. So,
I feel like I'm pretty mad at Facebook for whatever the fuck it did in its latest update because that was rough. Oh, you can almost see your whole board.
that's the point.
I know that was the point. I just like, that you were getting there.
I'm trying. If you go off of my phone, it said it was in view a long time ago.
If you go off my phone, we can see so much. We can see a crazy amount on my phone.
Oop, I think you went a little too high. You stupid board. I'm barely touching it, and it's just.
I'm gonna be real. I'm kind of glad that we're at least experiencing this difficulty on this live rather than the next tarot live, realizing that Facebook just changed everything.
No doubt. We both get hyper focused on.
Yeah, we're both having the issues right now.
Alright, that looks like it's about the best I'm. Oh, I didn't move you. Why did you move? Let's move a tiny hair.
Whenever we have our cameras situated, then I'll see if I can tag everyone.
I think that's the best I'm getting. Oh, okay, let's see what that did because I accidentally kicked the dang thing.
Oh no, I laughed and I wiggled it.
Alright, there we go. I mean, that's the best I'm getting at this point. That thing is way taller than I am.
Yeah, I feel that.
And of course it's going to be backwards because I have it on the opposite side of me.
I have mine in front of me, so I just have to be really careful not to karate spin kick it while I'm trying to be live.
I wonder if it will make a difference.
No! My phone charger yanked my phone and adjusted my camera horrifically.
Let's see if it makes a difference. I'm about to watch my whole entire camera go completely wide.
Oh, I think I fixed it pretty good. I think somebody else is watching us now. They're just watching our camera spin around in circles.
Made a whole circular motion with mine. Okay, that's the best hyper focusing I'm getting on that. Let's see if I can get it.
Hey, Patience, I'm so glad that you're here. Okay. Now I'm just going to try to not touch mine.
I am still working on associating mine properly. Nope. Come on, work with me, camera. Oh, I'm almost there.
Success. Hey, Anita. No, you're not late. Nobody's been here yet. So we've just been fiddling with the camera angle because Facebook has now changed it to where on the dual lives, both people's cameras are messed up, and they honestly look worse than they ever have. Like, the quality is really bad, and the zoom is horrible. But
I'm gonna apologize deeply because no matter what I do, it's gonna be off to the side and awkward, and you're not gonna be able to see the whole thing.
Well, the position that you're at right now looks pretty good, not gonna lie. You have like the main center point of the board in there, and you have like most of it there.
All right, so what we usually go about an hour, regardless of how many people join on. So those of you who catches this in the replay, I apologize for the first several minutes.
Yeah, that was a little rough.
It was rough. It was really rough. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday.
Did you bring oracle cards or no?
I only have my tarot and my pendulum out here.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure before I typed up a message that I'm just going to copy and paste it.
Okay, technically I have one other form of divination out here, but I'm not using it.
All right,
I brought that out here because I'm going to do your career read with it afterwards.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get the everyone pack to work. Yes, it will. Let's hope it like actually works when I like put it in the chat, because sometimes it gets dumb and doesn't work.
I'm gonna try to get some background noise.
Maybe the everyone's back worked. Maybe it
It looks
didn't.
like it worked.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. But yes, you can request a reading, as many readings as you would like, and if you just have any witchy questions, they don't even have to be tarot related questions, you can ask, and we'll chat about it.
YouTube is my best friend. Oh man, I'm not ready for the work week.
Oh, smart for pinning the comment. Didn't even think about doing that.
I completely forgot that you could pin them.
Yeah, sometimes I remember, but half the time not. Oh, yeah.
I don't even know if you can say that.
Well, if anybody's watching, how is your weekend been? How's your day going today? Cheyenne, how's your day going?
Other than dealing with money, not too bad.
Fair.
I played my Sims a lot. I was actually on my Sims before I jumped on here. Had to quickly save and exit.
Nice. I know I already showed you, but that's what I've been doing. The Coraline little oil pastel page. Cutting those stickers without an X-Acto knife took literally ages though. So that was unfortunate. But I think so far it's going well.
I've just been chilling, relaxing. My kiddo's been on point with doing her chores, so
Hey,
haven't really had
Crystal.
to complain.
Anita says, my day is okay, just cooking and getting ready for tomorrow.
Hello, Susan.
Hey, Suzanne. We are just having a little chit chat live, and then if you would like to request a reading, we have a pinned comment that shows the different types of readings we're doing, but they're tarot, pendulum, and playing cards.
I have no idea what is going on with my computer, but it's fine. At least this way I can see the comments a little bit better. I can no longer see the live on my computer because ever since this whole update came through, it doesn't work properly.
Anita
Kick me out.
requested a general read, so I'll do that. Hey,
Well,
Erica.
got some comments on a page, so bear with me.
Hey, Erica, I'm glad that you joined. You're not that late. They're just chit chat lives, and you haven't really missed anything besides probably motion sickness for the first 2 minutes of the live. So, but Suzanne, what kind of reading would you like? But yeah, these are just little interactive lives. So you can literally talk about anything witchy. It doesn't have to be tarot related, and then you can request a reading that is tarot, pendulum, or playing cards. And then Cheyenne or myself will do it. You can request who you want to do it also. Or if you don't care, just don't specify.
And if you can keep up with comments, as I only catch them every
Oh my gosh.
10 minutes, that'd be cool.
Yes, I will keep up with comments. Suzanne requested a reading, but she hasn't specified yet, so I'm giving her a minute to specify. Hey, Roxanne. Whoa. I just touched my screen. I didn't mean to do that. So many cards are coming out. I was not wanting that many cards. Interesting. She did not specify, so you can do a general read for Suzanne if you'd like.
Yay, I can see things. I can finally see your card.
Awesome.
We'll see how long it works, but
Well, fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
as of right now, I can at least see it. And I can see I can see all the comments that were left as of now. Awesome, cool. Thanks. I love you, computer, when you want to work.
Gotta hype it up so it continues to work. Okay, so Anita, your general. Hey, Kathy, glad to have you. Anita, your general reading. Let me go through the cards here. So we have Two of Cups. We have Eight of Swords, both reversed. We have Page of Swords reversed. We have Queen of Swords reversed.
Oof.
And we have Strength upright. Okay, so we have a lot of reverses. We have a lot of swords. Okay, we have one cups in here. So my message that I'm getting from you for this is that you're having a lot of blocks, and I'm thinking it's between like the two sides of yourself, whether that be like your light side or your shadow side, or whether that be your spiritual side and your logistical side, or however you want to break that up. But the two different parts of you are sort of like at battle, going between like your nervousness and curiosity, or logistical blocks, or maybe even like environmental blocks. And when you work through these different blocks that are within yourself, then you're going to get to this strength card. And you can't like grow within yourself until you like merge those two parts of yourself to where you're like being whole. That makes sense. That's your general reading.
I really love those cards.
Thanks. I didn't even realize that her face was like the two parts until like right there at the end, and I was like, wow, that like solidified what I was saying.
Kathy says, I'd love a mixed reading, any forms you find suitable, general-ish, more aimed at my career, education, and upcoming challenges with exams and testing. All right, Kathy, I got you. As I know, Sarah doesn't particularly like to do career reads to begin with.
No, I don't. I don't particularly love them, so I appreciate that. Appreciate it. I can do them, but I don't really like to do them. Not my fave. I think Suzanne has left, so I will just do a little general reading for her. She can have it whenever she watches the replay. Anita says, thank you. It sounds like I need to work out some things. Yeah, I would recommend meditating, maybe doing some like reflective journaling, grounding. And then, hey, Carol, glad to have you. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Haley. Well, we're glad that you could catch one, Carol. Ooh, looks like the things are moving. Suzanne said, would love to get some confirmation on future plans if we're going in the right direction. Yeah, okay, thank you. I will do that. I'll do that. And then Kathy says, thank you. It's more so aimed at my education and testing. I'm so nervous it's making me sick.
No
And
worries,
Anita says
Kathy. I
sounds
just
good.
dropped my entire deck, so bear with me.
Cheyenne's playing 72 pickup real quick. Suzanne, I'm doing your reading with these playing cards. Ah, my bridge failed halfway. That was annoying.
All right, Kathy. Here I have for you the Three of Pentacles. I'm going to try my best to not move them too much just because my camera situation. In upright, reversed, Eight of Wands, and upright, Nine of Cups. So what I am seeing here is in terms of your career, you are going in the right direction. You have definitely been working hard, and that hard work is paying off. The more focus you have and the harder of a drive you have, the further you will get within your career. I feel that the Eight of Wands pertains more to your inner self. So here I'm feeling more of self-doubt and holding yourself back from where you want to be with it. I think it's more so of an internal struggle that you are personally dealing with. Maybe it's even an extra amount of stress. I feel that in the Nine of Cups, it goes alongside side both of them, where the beginning is here to move further into your career, and in order to go where you want, you need to stop putting so much stress on yourself and stop doubting yourself, because it's in fruition, it's in bloom. Everything that you've been working hard for is coming to light, and it's showing. It may not show in the most dramatic way, but the little signs are there, and you yourself are your biggest competitor at this point. So to me, I feel like you need to find ways to calm your mind and stop overthinking. Because you have the knowledge and it's all there, and it's showing that that it's all there. You have the tools. So now you just need to work with yourself and your inner self, I should say. Work with your inner self to get to where your physical self is, if that makes sense.
I think that was really well done. I will wait before I present Suzanne's until after we get Kathy's feedback.
That, and if she needs me to go any further, I'll gladly do so.
Yes. And we don't currently have any more readings in the queue, I don't think. So that's good.
Kathy says, you hit the nail on the head. I stay doubting myself, and I'm so freaking stressed about it. My instructor tells me he's not worried about me and thinks I will do great. I'm in the top 4 of my class, but it doesn't seem to stifle my stress and anxiety about the testing. Thank you for overthinking is my biggest killer in the career field. Absolutely, Kathy. I am picking that up 100%. And you're so welcome. I'm glad I could provide that for you.
So Suzanne's question was if she is headed in the right direction with her future plans, and with this, I'm getting a really strong yes throughout each of like your phases of working towards this final plan, throughout like the journeys that you're taking to get there. You have a bunch of like really good things happening, there are going to be some anxieties along the way, and there's going to be some hurdles. But ultimately, you're going to get to where you're going. Your future plans are going to happen. And I did also read with the pendulum just to double confirm, because I like doing that with playing cards, and I got a really steady yes. Facebook has been being really horrible today, Erica. I'm not gonna lie. It has been really bad. And Tammy, what kind of reading would you like, hun? You can pick tarot. You can give a specific question or a genre. If it's yes or no, I can do it with playing cards, or myself or Cheyenne can do it with a pendulum. And if you have a specific person you want to do the reading, you totally can. Also, Suzanne, I know you had to hop off. So if you end up with any questions on the replay, you can feel free to comment and I will answer about your reading. I'm usually pretty good at remembering my readings. I can't guarantee I always will, but I'm decent at that. But yeah, Cheyenne knows I enjoy my playing card reading.
See, when I feel a little bit more confident with my bones and runes in person settings, then maybe I'll eventually add those divinations as possibilities. But I only feel comfortable doing it like when I have time and when I'm able to just sit down and be away from everybody.
I think your oracle readings are really good.
I just didn't feel like getting my oracle cards out, I'll be honest.
That's all right. Let's see what Tammy said.
Erica says, I'd like a reading, either or both can do it. I'd like to know if my manifestations are moving in the right direction, however you wish to read it. I can do it directly on the pendulum if you want to do it on the cards.
I was about to say, we're both going to do it, but I was going to ask if you wanted to do pendulum or tarot.
See if it confirms what the pendulum says.
Yeah.
I'll let you, well, actually, technically, it depends. How do you want to do it? Do you want the pendulum first, or do you want the cards first to see if they compare to the cards?
We can do it at the same time if you want.
Alright, so Erica would like to know if her manifestations are moving in the right direction. Erica said the same time, so.
Cool, that's what I said too.
Is Erica's manifestation moving in the right direction?
Is your pendulum going maybe?
Right now it was kind of circling there for a minute. Now it's going straight yes.
Okay, so it like took a second and then it got to a yes.
Yes.
That's exactly what the cards are. So we look up here and we're getting like a lot of like hesitation up here. And then when we get here, we're getting a lot more solidified. And this Joker being right here in the middle is giving me very much so like you're going to get in what you put out. And now that pendulum's going crazy.
And now it's going towards maybe.
And then right back down here we get it again where the strong energy sort of continues that we had in the middle, but then we're getting that worry. We're getting the worry again right here. So like we were really rocky in the beginning, really strong in the middle, and then we had sort of like our wild card with how your energy goes, and then we had a little follow through, and then a lot of negative and nerve again.
So she's done. Thank you. Sorry. I have to thank my pendulum every time. I apologize.
No worries.
It stopped on her own.
So I guess I feel like my take of it is you're going between a maybe and a yes, but I feel like what you continue to put in and how you put your energy into it is going to really dictate your answer.
I agree with what Sarah says. With the way the pendulum was going between yes and maybe, it's more so a self-doubt and or self-induced if your manifestations don't feel like they're blooming so much, because it's all internal. You have to believe in yourself and continue to put in the work, and I think everything will work out the way it's supposed to.
He said that made sense. I liked that your pendulum represented the waves that the cards showed. That was nice.
It was definitely different. That was a first. She must really want to work with me today.
Tammy says, sorry, Facebook is being grumpy and not liking comments. I would love to know what I should be working on for my craft. Read what feels right to you. If you both feel drawn, that would be good. All right.
Let's also not forget, Carol had also commented right before that saying, she would like a reading around life in general and plans. We are thinking, are we going to move house in the next few years? I've said that, if I've said that properly. Listen, I can't even read properly.
That's okay. I liked Carol's comment, and then my computer jumped, and then like I goldfish brained and completely forgot.
And she said, any divination you're drawn to.
Okay. Would you like to do the general reading for Carol, and then I'll answer yes or no about this moving thing?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. And then Tammy, we will get yours after Carol, and then if anybody else requests, that's totally fine. We'll just do them in the order that the comments pop up in. And then you can ask for more than one, that's also fine.
Ooh, I almost spent my card. I cried.
I feel that way, like I love shuffling my playing cards, but like you're not gonna catch me shuffling my tarot cards like that.
I'm not doing it in the camera because it will be way too much for me.
I like bridging better on a table, so that's why.
I'm not even at a table. I'm at my on top of my tattoo chair for my clients.
I thought I would be so nice and set up on my altar today. I usually only use my altar for my meditation lives. I usually use it in the background, but I thought we'd work on it today. I was in the middle of resetting it anyways, so it was fine. Because before I do my meditation lives, fun fact, Brian pulls cards, I cleanse my altar space to try to get rid of any vibes that I've left at it. Because if you guys are trying to meditate, I don't want my anxieties seeping through the screen onto you. So I try to cleanse this space, and then I like set the space with like whatever I feel I'm using, and then I usually like cleanse the space when I'm done.
That works.
I still have my poor broken pendulum when it broke mid-live because I need to glue the tip back on there.
That was so depressing.
I mean, it's still cute. Like, it's a cute little necklace at this point, but like, I was so sad. That was my first pendulum, and it like snapped mid-live. I was like, we have a tragedy.
Alright, my cards just are not wanting to pull more than two of them. Ah, there you go. Hello, beauty. Alright. Carol, I have for you, and I'm not going to pick them up because I can't see on my computer. So they're just going to stay where they are. I apologize. For you, I have the Chariot in upright position, and the Magician in reverse position, and the King of Wands in upright position. So what I am getting from this is you are well on your way to get where you want to go. I'm going to assume this has to do with the housing situation. So you are definitely on the right track. You guys are doing the right things and are moving in the right direction to get to that point. And then with the magician, I am getting more of a, you are being held back spiritually because you are struggling with trying to keep up between your mundane and spiritual life with inside yourself. And that is making you doubt yourself if you're even getting to where you want to go in your mundane life. But over here in the King of Wands, it's telling me that everything is gonna come to a sudden head, and it's going to be the spot that takes you to where you're supposed to be. In order to get to that spot and be ready for your next adventure, you have to work on this internal struggle because this internal struggle is what is currently holding you back, if that makes sense.
So to go right off of what Cheyenne was saying, that internal struggle I picked up on my pendulum. We were spinning in circles when it first started, and then we got a really slow moving yes. And then throughout this reading, the answer is ultimately yes, but we do have that worry that kind of almost lingers, like as much as the good comes, like let's say you have like 70% good news, then you're like gonna really focus all of your energy on that 30% bad news. And I feel like you need to focus more on like the good because you're gonna get there. Just don't spin your tires or don't spin yourself in circles too much, overthinking and over worrying. I think that went along with yours fairly well. Not gonna lie, I was reading comments, so I wasn't listening the whole time.
You're fine. I was playing, stuttering sandwich at that point.
If you would like to read Tammy's, I will do Erica's. But Carol says, yes, I am doubting myself a whole lot. This is the second time I've been told I got a struggle between the mundane and spiritual. That's so me. Yeah, I got a lot of like spinning your tires in circles energy and like revisiting the exact same thing over and over and over again. So that would be really where I'd focus my energy, is to try to not spin in circles.
Okay, so Tammy would like to know what she should be working on for her craft. Agreed. See if my tarot wants to work for it. She's being a little bossy today.
Also, Erica said she casino shuffles her tarot and her oracle card. I could never. I love shuffling like that, but like this like crisp feel. Oh, I'm just throwing it. That like crisp feel that the cards have, I'm kind of obsessed with it. But my really old deck that I originally started with, I would consider shuffling like that more, because the cards are low key, high key, falling apart, and smell like pineapple. So I'd be all right doing that, with those ones, but not with the crispies. They have to like lose their nice little crisp feeling, and then I'm okay beating them up a little. Carol says, thank you, ladies. I have a lot of emotional stuff going on, and I know if I focus on my spiritual things and manifesting and the focusing, the positive things would feel better. And she said 70-30 with the laugh cry emojis. And then my computer lagged. Oh, and then she said, Sarah, you done called me out. That is why I don't do career readings for other people, or like readings of those kind of sorts, because sometimes my readings are brutal, and I can't say that about somebody's job. That'll make me sad. So
I feel that I will do career reads depending on the career question.
I can't. It makes me nervous. I don't like doing them.
I hate doing romance reads or love reads or
Oh,
anything of that sort.
I'll tell you to leave your man, or I'll tell you to leave your babes. Like that's fine. But I don't want. I feel bad telling you to leave your job. So yeah.
I have no qualms on telling you to leave your job.
See, we make a great team then. That's how we. I'll do the romance readings. Cheyenne does the careers. Oh, I can't get one of.
Sorry, Tammy, I'm having some fun trying to get my cards to want to do more than 2 cards today. Like they only have half of the want to do anything. There, cards. You can do it. I have faith in you.
See, your pendulum's working great, and your cards are giving you issues.
That should tell me something. Maybe I should have done it on the pendulum. Would have spelled it out.
Bust out the pendulum and the Ouija board. Get a direct answer.
Alright, here we go. We got at least 3 cards used. I know I'm just gonna finish shuffling. Sure. Oh, good. So, what? Let me go scroll back to the question before I repeat it out loud. Tammy would like to know what she should be working on for her craft. So, for you, Tammy, I have pulled upright 8 of Cups, upright 4 of Swords, and reversed 6 of Cups. So, overall, I am gathering that this is more on the emotional side of what you should be working on, with the 2 cups prominent within your read. I'm also getting a time of more so like I don't want to say relief. If you give me a moment, I'll think of the word properly. This is why I don't do on the spot reads.
You're okay, Shy. You're okay. Take a moment.
Da, 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 da. Not relief, but a moment of not peace either. That's not the word I want either. Oh my. Bear with me, guys. I'm gonna ramble until the word comes out. Da, da, da.
Solitude. Is that your word?
Nope. I'm going with a time of relief and relaxing and rejuvenating. Those are the words I'm going with because that makes the most sense. A time to sit back and just breathe. Take in what you have already learned. Sit back and think of what you and look at what you've learned and where you have grown from, and let yourself release anything that isn't serving you before you can even move forward within your craft, because you have a lot of emotional buildup and you have learned a lot within the last year of your spiritual journey, that it is telling you that you need time to process what you've learned, sit and think and weed out what doesn't serve you anymore, and allow yourself to have emotional grace, an emotional grace period. Let yourself feel all of your emotions and really sit down and think with what you've learned and how it's made you feel along the way. Because in order to move forward within your journey, these are the things that are currently holding you back, because you're not giving yourself that time to rest. You are constantly pushing forward, and that is fine. But when you're neglecting to actually process and really learn what you're learning, you're building up too much in your brain, and it's then clustering what you want to know and where you should go from there, if that makes sense.
Sammy says, out with the old and in with the new.
Yep, in order to bloom, you gotta let go.
She also said you're doing great, and she said the word reflection. And I wanted to say, hey, Ronnie, and hey, Crystal. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. We do have a little bit of a queue, but you can always request, and you'll just be added into the queue. Also, people said that we balance so well off of each other, and that they love our banter. And Carol says that she can't fancy shuffle at all. That's okay, hon. All right, let me do Erica's reading, and then if you want to work on Anita's, because she's next in the queue. Unless it's a relationship reading, because I didn't read it. Erica's reading was for her son, asking if he's going to get a girlfriend soon. So I wanted to pull from a couple different divinations, so that way he could see the answer across a couple different divinations, and they all told me pretty much the same thing. So I think that's pretty confirming. My pendulum said maybe. And with this, I'm also getting it's going to happen in the right time. But if you spend too much of your energy focusing on it, you're going to sort of push it away. We have both of these jokers in here, and rarely does that ever happen when I'm reading with playing cards. And I think it's just because I feel like he's probably putting a lot of energy and a lot of brain power and mind power and just focus on if you're going to get a girlfriend. I don't usually pull from this unless I feel called to. It's the mastery of love, but I felt like that seemed pretty fitting with the reading. And the card we got is you can live in heaven right now. And sort of what I'm taking from that is sort of the same thing here. It's enjoy what you have going on right now. When it's time for a relationship to come, it's going to find you. When it's time for that, it's going to happen. But the best way to attract your best partner is to live your life as your best self. And so that's when it moves me into the tarot, was that you need to focus on finding your inner strength, focus on building yourself up, really becoming who you want to be. And don't allow the focus on when this is going to happen sort of dull that fiery energy you have. Keep working on becoming the person that you're going to want to be, and that person that fits into your life, fits into your morals, fits to you like a puzzle piece in its own, will come in its own time, probably when you least expect it, probably when you're not focusing.
It's pretty solid.
Erica said exactly what my reading said. He didn't like that. The cards say what the cards want to say.
Sorry, sir. You weren't getting the other different response there.
Carol says, kind of like loving himself before he finds love. Yes, focusing on loving yourself and focusing on just really building yourself up, and then it's going to walk in when you least expect it. And I know that's frustrating, wanting to have that person, have that connection. But remember, at the end of the day, you do always have yourself, and you do know yourself best. And so the more you build that relationship with yourself, whenever that person walks into your life, you'll be at a better point also.
All right.
He was hoping for a different. That's all right. Sometimes you get the answers that you don't want, but you do need to. Before you do the next reading, let me read the chat out loud so that way we can catch up on it. Okay, so I'm gonna skip over that one. Erica says, "LOL, mine are so crisp. I flip-flop the deck while shuffling, so up." Oh, okay, yeah, that's probably a good way. I'm horrible at bending my cards when I shuffle. Carol says, "No, I can take it from you guys because I know you mean well. Yes, I always try to give the honest truth, but sometimes if I know that I need to say it more nicely, I will. But sometimes the cards are like, say it brutal, and I can't disrespect my cards like that. I gotta say it how they want me to say it." Okay, and then I'll leave Erica's because Erica's the next question in the queue after Anita. And I'll do Carol's after Erica's just so I don't do two Erica readings back to back.
I have Akita's ready.
You can go ahead with that.
So her question was, is she doing everything for her daughter for her future? So I have pulled here, upright the judgment. Yeah, the judgment. You know, I'm just gonna say it. Anyway, upright Eight of Pentacles and upright Three of Wands. So to me, this is representation of your daughter. She's a very free spirit. She is taking everything that she is learning with ease, and she's progressing to where she should be at in her current state of life. Over here at the Eight of Pentacles, I feel it's telling you that you have done what you needed to do, and you continue to do and provide for your daughter the way you need to, but you yourself need to remember that she is going to make her own decisions no matter what you do for her. And I think that gets really explained over here at the Three of Wands, where you can see that she is to me represented with the deer here, how she's looking back, she knows that you're there, she knows that you're guiding her in the path that is where you want her to go, but she also knows that she has her own mind and a good head on her own shoulders, that she knows that whatever path she does take will take her in the right direction no matter what happens. And you have done everything you can to continue helping her make these decisions and letting her learn these things as she grows. Does that make sense? I really think they played along well with each other too.
The cards are really pretty.
Okay.
You're welcome.
When I saw Judgment come out, I immediately, that was like, yep, that is representation of her daughter. That
Is the
to me,
judgment the
I'm
dolphin?
like, she has to be a very free spirit.
Is your judgment card the dolphin card, or is that a different one?
Yes.
Oh, nice, nice. That was the one I was looking at when I said how pretty it was. Anita said nothing. Sorry, that was Erica. My bad. Erica said sometimes that is so hard as a parent to let them make mistakes.
It is. It's a hard pill to swallow. I definitely can agree with that. I will say I also understand where Akina is coming from. As a mom myself, I am doing everything I can to set my kid up. Kids, I mean the boys, listen sometimes.
Carol says yes, she agrees.
I've definitely put
Oh,
bugs in everybody's ear that, you know, if you want to think about going to college, maybe think about going broader than just in the United States. Like I'm doing my part, but it is hard to swallow when you know that you have to let them make those choices.
Cheyenne's doing the damn thing. Accidentally, like, caused a wreckage over here with my comments. Erica said, absolutely sing. I will give it time if Anita's still in here for her to say.
I am gonna remove the cards though, just because I feel like they've been up long enough.
Yes. Anita says, thank you. She is a free spirit, and yes, it's hard for me to let her do her own decisions, and yes, I'm happy at least that I'm trying her best, and she knows that she's trying her best.
I'm glad I could give that to you. You're so welcome.
Okay. Do you need me to read Erica's question to you, or can you
I'm scrolling back up there.
Okay. Erica says, LOL, I've sent mine Instagram TikToks about various countries and their schooling.
I keep telling my kiddo, my daughter, because she is the one that she wants to go everywhere and anywhere at this point. And I tell her all the time, I've been telling her, since she's going into the middle school this year, that she can start, her grades are going to matter the most now. And if she keeps up her grades and once she hits high school, we can think about doing the exchange programs and stuff like that so that she
That would
can
be
go
fun.
and explore and live in a different country and learn in a different way than you can here. And with opening those doors, I was like, you can also look into colleges over there. You don't have to stay here. And apparently I piqued interest with her, so.
We had an exchange student that I was friends with in high school that came from Estonia to my high school, and I'm still like friends with her. And I swear, she lives the coolest life.
I have a friend that's still on my Facebook. He lives in Brazil. He was up here for his 11th grade year for the exchange program. He lived with a friend of mine down the road. We're still friends on Facebook. I know he's currently engaged, and we still talk. He was teaching me how to speak his language and everything, and he still messages me here and there.
Erica says yes, that Evan is looking for Japan for his exchange program. I have a pen pal who's visited Japan like 3 times in the past year, and I'm like so jealous.
And I am working on Erica's question. I do apologize.
No worries on your good. So Cheyenne's working on Erica's, and then I will do Carol's, and then after that the queue is empty, ladies. So if anybody else has any reads that they would like done, you can feel free to request because the queue is empty.
And we are getting close to our hour mark.
Very true. So last call for requests.
Yes, this will be our last call for requests at this point.
And I usually tell people, if you're watching the replay, if you comment
A mushroom.
Thank you. I was thinking of an emoji. If you comment the mushroom emoji, you can request one reading if you're watching the replay.
Sarah, you're the reason I've gotten better at on-the-spot reads.
I'm so glad. I can tell also because I know that I did these for like a couple months before you ever joined, and then compared to how they are now versus when you first joined, I can tell that you're a lot more confident. I mean, I'm still always here to provide support, but seeing your confidence grow doing the on-the-spot readings has been really great. And I mean, it takes a lot of brain power. It takes a lot of it takes a lot of focus, and then it takes some confidence too, because sometimes you need to stare at them for a couple of minutes, and like that's all right.
No, okay, Oracle.
I think this is also like a nice base for practicing doing readings in person, because like doing them over the camera on spot is one thing, but then when you're doing them in person and somebody's like an inch away from you, just like waiting, to me that still stresses me out sometimes.
Oh, my best friend Josh does that to me when I do readings for him. He'll like full on stress me out throughout the entire read by staring me down and like make funky faces and shit as I'm throwing the cards out. I'm like, man, sir, you need
Judging
to
the
like
cards
do
before you even
something
get to
else.
reading them. Especially if that person reads cards themselves, because they're reading it too as you're putting it down.
Okay. Bear with me. I'm trying to see if that's how I want to read them. Just because the way the cards fall out doesn't always mean that's how I read them. I apologize.
No, I'm the same way. I've had it before. I'm like, yeah, that's not right, girl. I need to read that different.
All right. So Erica's question was about the angel that she just bought. She wants to know if a new guide is attached to it, and if so, who. So I had pulled for you upright Ace of Wands, the Emperor, and reverse Knight of Cups. I feel that one is a very important person. It's not really a like necessarily a person, but I think this has to do with the main feature in this. So why is that angel here? That angel had chosen you, and that's shown here at the Ace of Wands. It felt your energy immediately, and it wanted you to have it because
Ooh, that's so good, Cheyenne.
somebody over here in it's a god. I'm getting total god vibes, maybe angel vibes. Actually, to be honest with you, I get more of a the archangel Michael vibes from here. Just because the bright light and the connection between the two, just I don't know, that's the vibes I'm getting. I could be wrong, but I'm just really strongly feeling that that's the vibes I'm getting here. And it's it was placed there on purpose. You were meant to have this item on purpose because the energy that's connected to it is supposed to help you connect to this individual. And that, yeah, that is it. I'm definitely because they're really connected amongst each other. You're supposed to connect to this piece so that you can learn or talk to or whatever the case may be. But you're being summoned by this person.
That was
Really
a
getting
really good
Michael
read.
vibes.
Erica says besties are the worst. Sometimes they're worse than siblings.
I feel that.
That was a really good reading, by the way, Cheyenne.
Thank you. So when I did it, I'm supposed to follow to clarification. A brain's all in that working.
The main things that I feel like were really highlighted in your reading is that light, the glowing light, and then also the it finding her. I feel like those are really big things that like
You
nailed
need to
the.
meditate on that with that item. You need to pull its energy and work on finding its source. That's the vibes I'm getting here. You were meant to have it. It found you, and you yourself are the only one that's going to answer the questions that you. It's really kind of blocking if you think about it. On the reader portion, not the person portion.
I'm just waiting to see what she says before I do it.
No, you're fine. I can't see the car. I can't see us on camera, so there's that.
Erica says it's very much mine and super tingly whenever I touch
The energy that you're feeling from it is definitely because you're supposed to connect to it. And that's how you're going to figure out who this person is and what exactly they want. But I'm still getting Michael vibes. I'm gonna stick to my gut on that.
Stick to your guns, Cheyenne.
In the meantime, I will not draw the way as well.
Well, we did not get any more reading requested. So for the very last reading, after I do Carol's, do you want to do a reading for me? I got a question for you, Cheyenne.
Sure.
So
Is
as you know,
Michael attached without? Sorry, that's what I heard.
you're good. Carol said, "Oh no, you guys have disappeared." Well, that's not good. I can still see us on my end, so.
I can't see anything on my computer and my phone's too high, so bear with me. I just refreshed.
I can see us on the
You can
computer,
see
so that is
everything
good.
now.
I would try exiting the live, Carol, and coming back in real quick, and that might work. I'll wait to do your reading until you're back. She said she's back. Okay, so there we go. That's good. My question for you, Shy, is I want to incorporate my artsy and crafty side more into my practice. So I would love a tarot reading to see if they have anything to say about that. Because I've usually kept them separate, not completely, but more separate than I should. All right, but Carol, y'all froze, and then it says Sarah is watching, and I was like, she's host. Facebook has been literally dumber than a stack of bricks. I'm gonna be. Do you know the answer to that question, by the way, Angel? Is Michael attached with Al's? I have no clue.
No. I have no idea the answer. I really don't work with archangels. That would have been more of a question for Angel.
I was gonna say Angel would have tore that question up. Should have been like, "Yes, Queen, let me tell you everything."
Hold on, let me give you all the information I got.
Yeah, she would have sent you a PDF file of like 50 pages and it would have been everything you needed to know.
Can you repeat your question one more time for me? Do you want it in tarot or pendulum?
I love tarot. Basically, just like whatever spirit wants to tell me about me combining my like artsy and craftsy side more with my spiritual side. Trying to get a little more hands-on with like crafting and stuff. Like I know that I need to make another dream catcher. Like I'm well aware. I've given this last one too many nightmares. But anything else. And sorry that I did not know the answer to that question, Erica. I can ask Angel after the live though. She'll answer, and I'll send you the answer. But I am not sure. I don't work with anybody like that. I don't work with anybody, so that would that would be why I don't know the answer to that. Carol, your question was if your spirit guides or spirit or if anybody has a message to you, a quick little message or a little team. And they do have a message. And I'm gonna be really sorry, but this is gonna be like really kind of a little brutal, a little blunt. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be calling you out on all these readings, but it's happening. So for our first card that we have the Wheel reversed, and then we have the King of Wands reversed, and then we have the Ten of Cups reversed, and then we have the Ace of Cups reversed, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles upright. That's really interesting. Yeah, Erica, I'll ask you if you can message her. That's, oh my God, that's the second reading I've had today where they've all been reversed except for the last card. Interesting. Anyways, so for the Wheel, this card is really talking about that you need to relinquish some control. You can't control everything. There are ups and downs of life, and things are subject to change, and setbacks are bound to happen. Like, things are going to be halted, things are going to get yoinked around in every which direction, and until you, like, let go of the reins some, you're going to be, like, kind of making it a little bit worse. Because if you're, like, pulling back on the reins really hard, and life is trying to run off in all these different directions, and you're, like, yanking against each other, and you're causing a bunch of tension, which is going to make it a little harder. Carol said reverse. Oh shit, here we go. Laugh cry emoji.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have our King of Wands, which is like kind of toppling on this. It's talking about maybe being like overly ambitious, maybe letting your emotions explode a little too much, maybe not really being patient. So if you're having a lot of control and you're not being patient about things and you're trying to like accomplish too many things at once, then like what's actually like realistic to accomplish at one time, you're going to be running into this tension. You're going to be causing these problems. And you're going to be making it a little bit harder for yourself. And then we come into the Ten of Cups, where we're talking about like a lot of miscommunication and like struggling and delays and like unexpected things. So we're like really falling into this again. There's going to be hurdles. But whenever you see a hurdle, you can't see the hurdle, turn around, run away, and be like, heck no, not dealing with it. You're gonna have to work on jumping over that hurdle and getting through it. Here, I don't think you're taking the time for the self-love that you need to be doing, and I don't think you're opening yourself up to the possibility of how much love you should be receiving. Maybe you're punishing yourself from things you can't control and not allowing yourself to feel the love that you deserve because you feel like maybe you haven't earned it yet because of all of these little things that are happening. But you do deserve love. Just because there's other crap happening that you can't control, you need to let go of that junk. You need to let it work itself out. Whenever you can just kind of just let go of the reins a little bit, you can just take a breath, have some self-love. You will eventually get to that point where you can master what it is you're trying to work on. The outcome you are trying to achieve, you will get there. You just have to jump over all of the hurdles and remember to love yourself along the way. If you scrape your knee, take 5. Put a Band-Aid on that. Give it a little kiss. Take a moment. Don't just keep like running on as fast as you can, like getting like bumped up and scratched up because it's not helping you. Sorry, that was like, again, that was a little rough. But like if I was kind of saying the last thing that your reading was saying, I feel like it kind of went along. Carol said, "This is so what's going on. My husband says it's I'm trying to control it all." Yeah, and it's definitely picking them. Ronnie says, "I love blunt." So it is in your face. LOL. Yeah, it definitely. My cards don't usually play. They usually just they straight up be like, "This is this and that is that," and they're not always the nice about it. Ronnie says, "My phone is not holding a charge. I can't plug it in because it overheats. My new phone is on the way. I'm sorry. I'll have to watch the replay. I'll watch as much as I can." No worries, Ronnie. No worries whatsoever. And if you want a reading during the replay, you can totally ask that, and I'll put it in the comments for you. No worries at all. Not an inconvenience.
So, Sarah, for you, I have Upright Queen of Cups, Reversed Knight of Pentacles, and the Wheel upright.
Nice.
So, I'm getting full on in your feels vibes over here.
Yeah, sounds about right. Like
And external factors have driven you to this point.
that's also
I feel
nice.
like I'm back down to our conversation the other day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're literally destroying me. That's all right though.
So these internal factors are really eating at your emotional state, and because of that, you are not doing or listening, not even doing, you're not listening to the call of a very particular person.
Yeah, I know these
AKA,
people trying to work with me so much, and I'm like running the opposite direction.
and the vibes I'm getting is Mother Earth herself. So you're
Right here?
avoiding listening to what Mother Earth is trying to get through to you because you're so in your feels and in your head, and allowing these external factors to block that connection with her.
Yep,
Though
she's literally staring
you
at me.
are starting to open a pathway through your current crafting, but you're not fully opening it because of that main thing here. your external factors.
Yeah.
So in order to allow yourself to open that channel to finally connect with Mother Earth, you need to stop allowing these outside factors to infect the inside emotions inside of you.
And that's what they mean. You can get anybody to do a reading and it'll give you the same answer. I love that. I got my Gia statue like a year ago, more than a year ago, and she's just been like vibing, staring at me. And I like keep getting like the call to work with her, and I just like keep being like skirt the opposite direction because I'm like, yeah, my life's too stressful. I can't work with a deity right now. I can't pick that up. I can't do that. And she's just like, yeah, tough shit, dude. Anyways. Thank you, Cheyenne. Beautifully done.
You're welcome. It was brutally honest.
Nah, that's what I was expecting. I couldn't expect any less. It was the truth. As soon as I looked at those cards, I was like, boy, Skippy, here it comes. Carol says, I was watching Sarah pull my cards and was like, oh no, why are they all reversed? Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate you both, your energy and your time. You're so welcome.
You're so welcome.
Oh my gosh, we say the same thing.
With that, I will end it here so I can go let my puppy go. If any of you have any questions in the replay, feel free to ask and drop what divination if you want a specific one. And me and Sarah will definitely be watching the comments.
For sure. I like what Carol said, so I think we could end it on that.
I agree.
Carol says, yes, they will call you constantly until you answer. Ronnie, yeah. Yeah. Girl, you've been trying to ask a question that whole damn time. Don't end it, Cheyenne. Let me answer this question for you. Ronnie says, can you do a yes or no for me? Question, is work going to keep up? I'm going to use the pendulum. It's right here. Poor Ronnie's been having mad technical difficulties, so I feel bad if she asked a question right at the end and we were just like, skirt by.
Nope, you're fine. Go ahead and do that one, and then I will end it from there.
Okay. It was sort of like going in circles between the rephrase and no for a second, and then it went to yes. So I'm going to say it's going to work out if you want it to work out, but if you keep thinking you don't want it to work out and pushing your energy into it, you're going to manifest it to not work out. That is the answer to that.
All right. And on that note, how does that make you feel, Ronnie?
Honestly, I should probably not just be like skirt by right after that. I'll put the pendulum on its resting place. For anybody asking, these are just little selenite wands. That's what these little suckers are. For things to cleanse. Sometimes I make a big grid and I'll just like beat everything into the grid, but I just felt like doing it that way.
I'm kind of glad I got them up on my the comments up on my computer because they don't want to work on my phone apparently.
I'm glad I pulled them up on my computer because whenever I'm secondaring in the live and I'm trying to scroll up on the comments on my phone, I actually yeet them into a random little video.
My video completely froze on the computer, so I have no idea what anybody's actually staring at.
We're looking at your sheet or your cloth. We're looking at your floor. We're looking at some wheels of a chair. Now we're looking at like a book bag, I think.
Oh, that was my Harry Potter backpack.
Very nice, very nice. Well, if you want to end it, you can. I will. Nope, just kidding. She responded. Nope, just kidding. It's Carol. If you. I'm glad that it worked out for you too, Carol. If you want to go ahead and end it, you can. I know Ronnie's having a lot of issues, so I will respond to her via the messages in the comments.
All right, sounds good. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, ladies, and blessed be.
Blessed be.